Blizzard Nation, welcome to episode 5 of Strictly Blizzness. Blizzness.
I think we should have a contest of people saying Blizzness like 5 times fast and sending it in and see who does it the best.
That's outstanding, actually.
Yeah.
With Strictly in front of it, because does that make it harder? No.
Yeah, no, it needs to be the full name. But
yep.
Strictly, I mean, it's hard to do.
Yeah, Strictly Blizzness.
I'm not even going to do
Blizz.
it. It's just the Blizzness.
Well, let's get down to Blizzness.
Yes, it's time for Strictly Blizzness. None of this extra stuff that you're going to do.
Right. Yeah, I got to stay focused. Yeah, I got you.
Okay.
I see you working.
Stay focused.
Well, welcome back to another theme night one, too, right?
Right. This is a good one. This is a big one. This is probably with content during and before and after the game. Well, we don't know if it's going to be after, but this game probably has the most community, the most interaction out of all the games this season.
Yep.
And what is the date of this game?
June 4th.
June 4th. It's a Friday night.
Yep.
And I'm going to Disney the next day.
Fantastic.
Which is awesome.
You're taking Big Mark Media with you?
Shameless plug for Big Mark Media coming to Disney with me.
Oh, what? Guess I won't have him filming at the game.
Well, he can film at the game. He just has to leave the next morning.
Plane.
Yeah. Anyway, this game, we are going to talk about youth sports, right?
Yes.
And how important youth sports are to careers, because we're going to have some people that we're going to share their stories, meaning they're coaches now or they're professionals in their field, but youth sports had a huge impact on their lives and transition them into professional sports in some cases. And we have a plethora of people that we're going to talk to, which is cool. Plethora. That's a big word.
Plethora indeed.
Would you say I have a plethora of piñatas?
Do we need to put a definition on the screen?
No, we don't.
Okay.
We are not fact-checking at all this episode. I'm getting out of this one clean.
Well, it's just starting. But we want to put some focus on a couple of youth teams and specific players throughout our community.
Yeah,
you want to talk about that?
Yeah, we're going to do a whole bunch of video segments leading up to that game where you'll get to, like Kathy said, hear these young athletes' stories, and people are in the industry too. So Coach Corey, for instance, will give you some of the Blizz story. And again, local high school athletes, race car drivers, I believe Green Bay Glory. Big shout out to our Green Bay Glory friends. I believe a Booyah baseball player. We're going to try and cover the gamut leading up to that of athletes just sharing their story with you and what that's mean and how it's affected both their life and their sports career, whether they're still in sports or in a different industry now.
Right. And Coach Corey is a great example of youth sports, college sport, well, high school, college sports, professional sports, because he played in the indoor football. Well, it wasn't the IFL at that point when he first started playing, and now he's coaching.
Right.
Went from an assistant coach to a head coach. So he's got a great story to tell on that transition. So that's pretty cool stuff. And like we said, there's going to be other coaches we're going to talk to. And even before the game, we are going to hear from the infamous Kevin Guy.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Kevin Guy, for those of you that don't know, this game we're playing against the Arizona Rattlers. And the Rattlers have a great story. Years of championships. They've been around for a while. They played in the AFL. When they came to the IFL, it was a big boost for the IFL. And Kevin has been their coach through most of that. He's been the coach with them since they became part of the IFL. And now he plays an even larger role. He's president of the organization. So he's got a couple of hats that he wears, but he did agree to do some pregame with us. So that just takes us right into pregame. So you want to talk about what we got going on?
Yeah.
Because it's exciting.
I'll rewind first. Just you folks watching this
That's
probably like
rewind.
June 4th. It's not on sale yet. How do we get tickets for these sports?
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry.
So it's
I got
not
you.
on sale yet because that's one where we hope we have more seating capacity.
Right.
And to Kathy's point, this is going to be it's going to be a big game. It's going to be cool. We'll get into why this is on the table. Always a huge night for us, but it's just going to be a really cool youth sports night, and there'll be ticket packages for that include the pregame experience that we're talking about. So not only will we have Kevin Guy, I believe a Rattlers player, Blizzard player, if we can snag Corey. We know who Corey works for, so we're probably snagging Corey.
Well, on game day, I don't have...
Stay clear of Corey on game day.
Yeah, game day. Game day is Corey's day, so we'll see.
But real cool. I was fortunate enough to see our guest that day speak at an event about a year and a half ago, pre-COVID. Joe De La Grave is a Paralympian for USA wheelchair rugby. And he is going to speak that game and tell you about his journey, how he ended up where he is, and just the challenges he's faced. And he is incredible. I was floored. And we actually have a message from Joe for you guys today. Roll that footage.
Hey, what's up, everyone? It is Joe Delagrave. I'm a Paralympic wheelchair rugby player. Basically, what that means is we're in wheelchairs and we smash into each other. It's pretty crazy. I can't wait to see you on June 4th. I'm going to be speaking about my story. I was 19 when I was in a boating accident, and I had all these questions swirling around my head of who I'd be in this wheelchair. And I can't wait to tell you on June 4th my story of overcoming obstacles and becoming a Paralympic wheelchair rugby player and having success in life. The Green Bay Blizzard are going to be playing the Arizona Rattlers on June 4th. There's going to be an amazing ticket package with the youth programs, and a special shout out to the Green Bay Blizzard and to the LAK group for bringing me in for this event. We're going to have a meet and greet where you can meet me before the game and some of the Blizzard, and it's just going to be a great night. It's going to be on fire. June 4th, don't miss it. It's going to be a Friday night. We'll see you guys there. Go Blizz.
Joe's a great guy, and Kathy and I had a chance to meet him on a Zoom when I brought Joe to Kathy, and I said, hey, we should really make this night special, because we had Youth Sports Night on the calendar on our promo schedule for even the
20.
COVID season.
Right.
But not at just crazy some of the good things that come out of this, right? Not as dialed in as it now, and just dominoes fell into place, and Joe absolutely wanted to be a part of it. And
yeah, Joe, not only is he a great athlete and he's got a story to tell, it's how he tells it.
Yep.
And the Christian base behind it. He's going to give you guys goosebumps.
Yep.
He's very good at what he does. He's now doing this as a speaker or motivational speaker. He's doing it for a living. So clearly he's good at it, but he's got a great message, not just for youth. He's got it for all of us on perseverance and goals. And
yeah,
it's just a good story.
And he's still playing for
he still plays.
USA wheelchair rugby, because we had to navigate the schedules to
Yes.
book him. So.
Yes, so he's kind of taking time out of practice season and everything else to come
Right.
in. And games.
Yes. And he's gonna be a blast too. So like Kathy said, he is funny too. So it's not sit and wait for the game, and it is very cool. And I think the Youth Sports Night package, as we get it dialed up, will include Joe watching warm-ups and just a real cool thing right up until game day too.
Right.
And then we'll duke it out with the Rattlers.
Yes. It'll be a good game.
It will be a good game.
It's going to be a very good game. And what I like about this game is the things that are leading up to it. Like we said, all the interviews with these various players in different sports. And then seeing Joe on the field, getting to hear from Kevin Guy in our stadium is going to be a plus. It's just going to be a good game. But we also have a community involvement thing tied to this game, which isn't scheduled yet. Do you want to talk about it?
Yes.
It's good. Well, they've seen a clip, though.
She's currently wondering if I remember what we're talking about right now. Yes, I got it.
I'm trying to get another fact check in there, but
check.
It's not working.
Fact check success. The Green Bay Blizzard first ever all sports golf battle. So you guys have seen us air that before. It's going to be a blast. So last year, some of you joined us in the 2019 season. Some of you joined us for a golf outing, which was fun.
Okay, but hold on. Because we have to talk about, there are those athletes that can play multiple
Stick to
sports.
their sport.
I do want to talk a little bit about how our Blizzard players golfed, if we want to call it that. So first we have a player that shows up in dress shoes, which that was entertaining.
Yes.
We're like,
yeah.
You going out you're going out on the course like that,
Yep.
right? And what's the problem, Miss Kathy? Nothing. Would you go out on the turf like that? But okay. So he showed up in dress shoes.
Yeah. Yep.
Then we had another one that didn't realize you have to hold on to the club.
And just to be clear, that was my golf club. My 5-iron is still in a tree somewhere at Crystal Springs Golf Course.
So he gets up to swing. It was a par 3.
Yes.
So we coached him into using the right club.
And just right time, right place. Kathy and I are making the rounds in the golf cart, saying hi to everybody. See him on the tee box.
And
my club goes farther than the ball into the woods. My clubs that I loaned him.
It was awesome.
It was.
It was a day to remember. And there were many other antics that happened. The guys said they loved golfing.
Yes.
But they're not golfers. So that's why we decided this was a better way to do it. And you saw the clip with BJ Hill and Coach, and that was entertaining.
It was fun.
In and of
it was fun.
itself.
And it's going to, everybody can come, right? You do not have to be a golfer. You
Oh my
don't even
gosh,
have
no.
to bring gear thanks to, again, a new partner. What would have been last season, this season, Dick's Sporting Goods, is you show up that day, play, to have a chance to win, hang out with a Blizzard player. And I think the tie-in, as long as they're good too, so Glory players, Booyah players, if we
We're
can get
hoping.
gamblers, that you can buy a kick or let them kick the soccer ball for you or
Right.
hit a tee ball off the tee if it's a baseball player. So it'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's going to be at
Crystal Springs. Yep.
So I try to give you those
yeah,
cues,
thank
but
you.
I'm not always sure
Shameless
you.
plug check. That was 3, I think. But yeah, we got that one.
Yeah. Okay. Shameless plugs. Crystal Springs, been a great golf course for the Village of Businesses for years. Great to have them as a partner with the Blizzard as well.
Yes.
All right. So that's Youth Sports Night.
Well, there's more part of it.
Oh, there's more of it?
Yes.
Oh, we didn't touch on this yet.
Not yet. So this has been around prior to Larry and Kathy buying the team, and it's been like the thing for Blizzard giveaways. It's probably one of the few times I've been yelled at in the lobby of a Blizzard game for running out of jerseys. So this is usually the hot item. So big thanks to our friends at Aurora Bay Care Sports Medicine crew. Ever since we've had the jersey, they've been on it.
Correct.
Channel 5, also Local 5 Live and crew. But we are doing that for 12 and under again. I think we're going to try and tie it to the U Sports Night ticket package. We're still working on that, right?
Well, and I think and you kind of breezed over it,
Yeah.
but Local 5 Live, shout out to those ladies
yep.
because Local 5 Live has been doing some great stuff in the community for the last many years.
Yes.
And I'm sure we'll be on there before the event.
Oh, yeah.
And again, great setting for showing things in the community, showcasing different events. So Channel 5 has been a partner with us since Ryan came on
Absolutely.
board and before,
Yep.
actually.
And I love talking to Lisa and crew. It's an outstanding.
Yeah. Good people. Just
They are
good
great
people.
Yeah, so, and in the lineup, partners too. So the Aurora Bay Care crew have been outstanding on these jerseys. Channel 5 is great to us. And then Joe De La Grave actually appears courtesy of a new partner, the LAK group out of Milwaukee, which was just, I got to share his story with them, and we thought it was an outstanding fit for the night. So it was really cool. And especially in crazy times that new partners are coming on and helping us make our season feel normal for Blizzard Nation, right? So we don't have to pull giveaways out or not do Joe De La Grave as we're trying to figure out how we get fans in the building and all of their chaos. So it's really cool that all our existing partners stick with us and the new partners came on board and really helped us push through.
Yeah, absolutely. Ryan's right, and we really haven't talked about that, from COVID hit everyone, and it hit all of you fans, especially by not having a season. But we had all but one.
Yeah.
Everyone just took their tickets and carried them over to the next season, which is great. We didn't have to give refunds, but that was also the cash flow for that season.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
well, there's still stuff to pay, come 21.
I'm stuff to pay.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Fair enough.
Okay. Yeah. So, but along with that, though, It's great, like Ryan said, for a sponsor like LAK out of Milwaukee. LAK Group they're a consultant group. For them to hear our story and be willing to help and bring fans from as far as Milwaukee, because we do have fans in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
We do have fans that make that 2-hour trek to come to the game. And so we want to give a shout out to our Milwaukee peeps, wherever you might be. There's a couple that come to mind right away, but I'm not mentioning their name on the air. They're the fans in the stands that are always harassing somebody, whether it be a ref or a coach from another team. Yep. You know who you are as I'm saying this. But kudos to Ryan for reaching out past the Green Bay area. And then kudos to LAK for signing up with us. I'm really excited for that partnership.
Yeah, and if you guys watch back when Kath and I did the partner series with Big Bark and Crew, actually, that to me was the definition of partnership, right? Because I didn't have it right when I first talked to them. We were talking about logos and doing some stuff that might be a fit. And being in Milwaukee, I don't know.
What does it really bring?
Right, making a big splash and getting involved in something in our community, like I think resonated more, both for us and them. So it's just, again, as we stress partnerships with Green Bay Blizzard, have a conversation, right? Because it's not, I don't have all the answers and we don't know that until we get to know and talk to them, so.
Right, and there's some more things that Ryan and I are working on from a marketing perspective that might hit home for other sponsors that would be out there, other partners. We have some new exciting AR that we're going to talk about in one of our next episodes. And, there's just lots of opportunity, and we're willing to hear what everybody wants to do because we might not, we don't have all the answers.
No.
Other than we know the name of our show now.
We do know the name of our show. We'll try not to stress you out with more decisions throughout the year, Blizzard Nation, but we can't promise anything.
Yeah, we can't. We can't.
We cannot promise.
Yeah. Yeah, because we don't even script our shows, as you can probably tell. But so I don't know that we could really tell you what it is you're going to decide later. So.
No, I'm excited for this one. I was still trying to navigate this one last year and boy, how does this work for sports teams and what can we do cool for them besides just a giveaway? And this again, it's our premier giveaway. But this was really cool. I'm really excited to see again because I think we're going to be at a better time too, and sports teams are going to be looking for something to do and get their kids out and join us at the game too.
Well, and a lot of sports teams didn't shut down.
No,
schools did, but we found that there were still groups, kids that were in, different basketball that wasn't associated with their school or football. They were still playing. Soccer had a full season.
Right.
So there were a lot of athletes, youth athletes, that were still active in their programs during COVID.
And of course, we'll have youth athletes at the game. So our friends at Green Bay Rugby have been with us, I think, my whole time here too, doing a halftime or doing a game. So we will have rugby at halftime. Again, we'll have. I think it'd be really cool if teams wear their jerseys and duke it out on the field as part of in-game promotions and stuff too. So that's neat.
We'll have to have Nick, that'd be a great idea for some of the stuff that we do, and then have Nick announce the school.
Yeah.
And then, that'd be awesome. We'd love to have you show up in your colors for your school and or team because it just shows, the groupings of who's there. So I think that's awesome.
Yeah, no matter what sport, and I think you'll see that in the videos we do leading up to that night, that it's race car drivers to...
Bowling is a sport.
Bowling absolutely is a sport.
And even now,
so
because of COVID...
Darts.
Lawn darts? Like jarts?
Sure. Yeah, yes.
You can't have jarts anymore.
I mean, not the sharp ones.
Oh. There's a reason for that. No, we have bowling, even there's bags tournaments now because of COVID. That was all you could see on TV was bag tournaments. So that became a big deal. Yeah. I don't think we have any youth bag players though.
Nope.
That we know of.
Pretty sure we
I do have a bowler though. I do have a bowler.
That's probably actually some good holy moly players.
Yeah, but they're not youth.
They're not youth.
Not youth. Yeah, Holy Moly's a good game, but there's usually drinks involved with the Holy Moly. Not always.
It is not double bubble night on U Sports nights.
And I'm not saying, because Style 77 will be like, what did you say?
Right.
I'm not saying it's a drinking game.
Your silence says it all.
It's a family game. It's for everyone in the family. That's what it's about. So
when this information comes out, share it out with sports teams, the athletes in your family. Let them know to get their team involved. And we will help make, again, group sitting in whatever seating capacity we're in by the time we hit that game. Again, so you're sitting with your team, having a lot of fun.
So throughout the month of May, we're talking about showing the individual clips with the athletes themselves. Yep. Yeah. Cool.
Think that's it again.
Wow, they go by so fast.
They do. Parting is such sweet sorrow.
Oh, jeez. Wow, it's getting heavy in here.
It got heavy real fast.
It did.
So big shout out to Joe DeLagrave, Aurora Baycare, LAK Group, and the Channel 5 crew.
And when I say big bark, you say
Woof.
because they deserve a big shout out. Everyone,
They do.
every one of these episodes, because they do some great work.
Yeah, every time Big Bark sees a Zoom or something done on my iPhone, I feel like I'm going to get unfriended in real life. You did what?
Why would you do that? I'll just leave that at that. All right.
Well, thank you guys for tuning in to episode 5 of Strictly Blizzness. Tune in next Tuesday, 6 p.m.
He looks at me like I'm going to give him something. I do cue you a lot.
I do cue you.
No,
Yeah,
I
so-
cue you.
Oh, okay.
Now you cue me?
No, not really.
Okay.
Okay. Go Blizz.
Go Blizz.